You're about to enjoy 16 days on two wheels through some of the most historic and scenic routes our western states have to offer. The destination? Sturgis, South Dakota. This premier motorcycle event is in its 67th year. We'll share with you tribal knowledge from experienced riders on how to make your extended road trip more enjoyable and give you a look at the sights and sounds on what really happens at Sturgis without all the hype. This is Two Wheel Backroads. While at Sturgis, you'll see it all. The good, bad, and ugly. Good rides, bad lands, ugly weather. The good rides? When anyone talks of the roads around Sturgis, the roads that Peter built immediately come to mind. Just outside of Hill City, State Route 87 is the scenic route into Custer State Park. One of the most prominent rock formations on the highway is the Needle's Eye, reaching 30 to 40 feet in the air with a 3-foot wide slit. A single-lane tunnel allows you to drive through the Needle's Eye. The Needles Highway curves and winds through 14 miles of magnificent rock formations called Needles. When Peter Norbick proposed a road through the Needles in 1919, most of the engineers of his time said it couldn't be done. But that didn't stop Norbick, who didn't care what the diploma boys thought. With his support and 150,000 pounds of dynamite, the Needles Highway became a reality. This is a popular route during the rally, so be prepared for long lines of traffic while waiting to thread the needle. Once in Custer State Park, you can take the wildlife loop and view the herds of buffalo and wild donkeys. But on your way back to Sturgis, make sure to include Iron Mountain Road. This is the second incredible journey through nature championed by Peter Norbick. The road passes directly through arms of the mountain, and as you emerge back into the daylight, the mouths of the tunnel perfectly frame Mount Rushmore, which, to no surprise, Norbick had his hand in that project also. The Iron Mountain Road goes out of its way to avoid destroying natural habitat, sometimes doubling around itself in pigtail loops to traverse the mountainside. If it groups long enough, the leader can wave to the guys in the back without turning around. Calling the town of Scenic is like calling Greenland green. Located south of Rapid City on your way to Badlands National Park, Scenic, South Dakota is a great place to stop and get a cool drink. This is the location of a gas station, and that's good to know. In the Badlands, gas is scarce. The Longhorn Saloon is the only watering hole in the area. While enjoying a cool beverage, leave your name on the wall, and don't forget to read the signatures on the wall to see if you know anyone. Well, today we're still in South Dakota. Unfortunately, we're in the Badlands. This is Scenic, South Dakota. This is where we stopped for Longhorn Saloon and wrote our names up on the ceilings. While we're here getting gas, we stopped by and saw three travelers. These ladies are...
I'm Spike. Hey, how you doing? I'm Max Steiner from Greenbelt, Maryland.
And Amy from Maryland as well.
Yeah.
They rode all the way out from Maryland just to go to Deadwood, spend the night, enjoy the rain, and go visit Sturgis. It's Sturgis, baby. We're in the middle of the Badlands. This is the scenic loop in the Badlands. I'll tell you what, this is something else. These rock formations, this clay stuff that we have erosions on, this is a beautiful place. We took a loop coming out of Scenic. We're headed for Wall, and this is a ride not to miss. On the opposite side of the Badlands from Scenic is Wall, South Dakota. Here you'll find the Wounded Knee Museum, an 80-foot Apatosaurus, and Wall Drugstore, a cowboy-themed shopping mall where walls are adorned with vintage photos documenting the area's history. Black Hills Rally. This is Rapid City, about 22 miles east of Sturgis. This is what it's all about. We've got bikes, we've got chrome, we've got people, you name it. All around, they all come into Sturgis, and everything around Sturgis is all about. Bike enthusiasts from all walks of life and all over the world congregate on Main Street. A Main Street that for 7 days is only open to motorcycle traffic. Just think, 6 blocks of 4 deep, corner-to-street corner bike parking, with every imaginable style bike from the sublime to the silly, and some you just have to question why. For 7 days, this is the place to see and be seen. Be warned that there is a limit to what can be seen downtown. There are posted signs while entering Sturgis: no public nudity, no open containers in public, and these are strictly enforced. There are those that push the boundaries but don't cross the line. If you're looking for that kind of stuff, you'll find it at a few select campgrounds, but downtown, it's strictly a family affair. No matter where you spend your nights, everyone visits Sturgis. From mid-morning to late night, the streets are full of 500,000 of your long-lost friends. That's right, everyone's polite, offers a smile, and eager to take pictures with complete strangers. For a price, you can even get a glamour shot with some bikini-clad honey that you can lie about to your buddies who backed out on the trip. While downtown, Newman met some new long-lost friends. From Rapid City, a family that wanted to take him home to Florida, a lady from Canada that didn't know Steve, and a cute couple from Arkansas. We found the local Sturgians to be downright friendly. I actually had the impression they enjoyed the annual invasion. We asked if it was normal for the days to be so hot and humid. The response we got was a polite smile and, "Just wait 20 minutes, it'll change." The water level in the streets went from bone dry to axle high in 10 minutes. With the roads dried out, we went 3 miles east of downtown Sturgis to an event center known as Thunder Road. This is one of many locations featuring the best bike porn in town. It's here we found Builder Titan's Exile Cycles with Russell Mitchell's industrial-style choppers, the tie-dyed Rick Fairless of Strokers in Dallas, Texas, and Eddie Trotta out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Sitting next to some not so well known but just as talented builders like Zacky's Custom Rods out of Everett, Washington. Mix in vendors hawking chrome, bike magazines, and the latest in street legal quads, and you have non-stop bike porn. If that's not enough, inside the tinted Thunderdome, we found Michael Leichter's Motorcycle as Art exhibit. This combined both canvas and metal eye candy. Directly across from Thunder Road is Full Throttle Saloon, an eclectic gathering of shops, road signs, and vehicles converted into kiosks serving adult beverages. During the rally, both Thunder Road and Full Throttle provides nightly entertainment on stage and in the burnout pit. Back at the camp, we did not lack for companionship or entertainment. We were quickly adopted by a couple of the bartenders who kept a watchful eye on us and always directed us to the bar they would be serving that night. We found out that our adopted bartenders were student nurses working for college tuition and could earn enough in wages and tips to cover the year's college expenses working the rally. Well, that was their story and they were sticking to it. At the campground, there was always something going on. If you didn't want to get involved with the biker games, there were local bands playing. Bikini contests, volleyball, swimming, wandering Jägermeister girls, and the infamous Colonel Tom in his crazy bike.
Should I have to stay between the cones or can I go as long as I get down to the end?
I'm going to go across the carpet.
Why?
Why? Because that's the course. That's the whole point of it.
No, the whole point is just to get 10 feet.
No, the whole point is to get across that carpet. You think you're going to make it to the carpet? You'll be lucky to get across the starting line. Come on, look, we're the same size. He's taller than me.
We're the same size.
Yeah, no, he's bigger than me.
Look at this. I can't even pedal.
Okay, quiet out.
You don't knock at the first cone. You can spit that far. Even a caveman could do it.
Don't look down.
Just start getting
Where'd you go?
balls before the pedal. Come on, you can do it. How much you been drinking? Come on.
Come on, whack it. Go.
Included in our camping fees were the concerts. This was kind of cool because we could park the bikes in front of the stage and enjoy the music sitting on the bikes. Artists from Alice Cooper, Edgar Winters, Kid Rock, Toby Keith, and ZZ Top have all played the rally. If you're not camping at the campground and want to catch some of the acts, no worries. For a nominal fee, you can get a ticket into the concert. What do you do at 2 a.m. sitting around the campsite when the concerts are over, the bars are closed, and Domino's quit delivering? Rev up your bike for a flame contest. What else? This was a brother-sister grudge match to see who had the best sustained flame coming from their pipes.
Pipe's right here.
Got it.
She got beat in the video. Just
Right. Get it done, bud. Get it done.
Not only does Mom like you best, but her bike provided the best flame. Sorry, little brother. Maybe next year.
This is last day for Emmanuel, John, Shane, and Mike. They are splitting the scene, going back home, signing off, but we still.
been riding in the rain on the way home from Sturgis. In Wyoming is where we are right now, and you'll notice that the rain is pretty heavy, and the wind is rocking the truck around, and these guys are sticking it out. Now, you gotta understand, I would have had the camera out a little while ago, except that we went through some microbursts, some real live severe weather on one side of a range of hills, and then on the other. When we got to the other side, it was not just rain, it was actual sand and grit that was blowing in and amongst the rain. We had to pull over directly after that so that they could clean out their facial orifices that were full of grit and sand. So, yeah. On our way home, riding in inclement weather. Oh, and I'm still in the truck.
There is a place where I do not grow old, where the hearts of men do not grow cold. It's been a long time since I've seen my own.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Great Salt Lake. It is about 6:30 in the morning, Friday the 10th. Currently on our way out of Salt Lake City, Utah, where we have spent the night. That's where records are made and broken.
There's so much more to show you, but we're out of time. We didn't talk about Mount Rushmore, Crazy Horse Memorial, Hot Springs, or Jewel Cave. But hey, if we did, then why would you go? You'd seen it all. And besides, we might go back. You're probably saying to yourself, Sturgis looks like a lot of fun, but it's too far. Okay, fair enough. 1,400 miles does seem pretty far. But how about taking the trip at your own pace? Say 5 to 6 hours of saddle time a day? This makes sure you only ride in the daylight and gives you plenty of time to sightsee. To make a trip like this enjoyable, there are some things to think about. Where to stay, what to pack, rider experience, mileage between gas stops, distance traveled each day, and don't forget about group dynamics. Mapping mileage and gas stops, they are what they are, but group dynamics can end friendships. Use discernment when it comes to group members and long trips. Our group has been riding many thousands of miles together, and we pretty much operate on the same schedules. We hit the road early, like off-the-wall tourist traps, mom and pop diners, and when there's a breakdown, we don't sweat the small stuff. It's all good. We all agreed a long time ago, no one gets left behind. Hope you enjoyed this series on the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally. I'm your host, Shane Lautenschlager. What happens in Sturgis stays in Sturgis, unless you find it posted on a website somewhere. And who knows, we might even find a lost episode somewhere. Ride safe.